happening, everybody? Jeff Lightsy Jr. here with the Black Boss channel. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell because we upload videos every single day, pretty much. And today we're here to talk about Meek Mill. We're here to talk about Meek Mill, Kobe Bryant, in a new track that probably will never be released, but has been leaked on the internet featuring Lil Baby, where Meek Mill just totally disrespects the Bryant family, Kobe Bryant the person, Kobe Bryant the legacy, and the unfortunate event that took place on January 26, 2020. Now, as we all know, Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna and 7 other passengers were fatally killed in a helicopter crash on January 26, 2020, before the pandemic started. And that day, that morning, that just whatever has lived in the brains of so many fans, of so many people around the world. Just paying respect and homage to Kobe, to Vanessa, to the family, and also to the families of the other ones that were lost on that helicopter crash. But someone like Meek Mill, with the platform like Meek Mill, with the money like Meek Mill, with the cachet, with the notoriety, and all these things of a Meek Mill, who is a rapper, an entertainer, and is very well known and very famous and very good at what he does normally, decides to, instead of pay homage and to show respect to Kobe and to those who have deceased because of that crash, because of that unfortunate event, he decides to take this opportunity just a little longer than a year after the unfortunate event and almost make fun of it, almost do it in the comparison that is just totally disrespectful to the Bryant family and to those other families that were tragically killed on that day in January 26th. And what do I mean by that? So Meek Mill has a track, like I said, that will probably never be released now. It is an unreleased track that leaked on the internet last night. And Meek Mill has tried to do some damage control, and it's not working. But it's very hard to find the audio right now because Meek Mill is backed by some big major record labels, and they have tried to scrape the internet very hard to get rid of all traces of this leaked track. And in the track, Meek Mill has a verse where he says, quote, "Yeah, and if I ever lack, I'm going out with my chopper. It'll be another Kobe." Oh, my God. Well, I'm going to repeat this one more time. He says, "Yeah, and if I ever lack, I'm going out with my chopper. It'll be another Kobe." So for those of you who don't understand why this is so disrespectful, Kobe Bryant, as I said earlier, died in a helicopter crash. Helicopters, slang term for helicopters can be known as choppers in the air, choppers in the sky, as helicopters. Also, another slang term for choppers is guns, right? And so because rappers in our community, and only our community does this, because rappers have to be so tough and have to be so gangster, they got to talk about having guns even though they all have security. They got to talk about being so tough and being from the streets even though they live in Calabasas and Beverly Hills now. They're far, far, far away from the streets that they grew up on, right? Because they get money and then they move out, like, which is okay, understandable, whatever. But so he's saying that if I'm going to go out and die like Kobe died, because Kobe and those passengers fatally passed away, not to their own recognition, not because they were in a damn shootout, not because they were acting like Call of Duty was real life. Like, no, they went out in an accident. But Meek Mill takes this time to use his record to talk about Kobe Bryant and those who crashed away in reference to a gun or a shootout. I mean, how dumb can you get? Like, how like, you know, I did a video one time and I said, and for a lot of times I say, I'm not trying to be too critical. No, but I'm being critical on this because this is insensitive. And the only community that uses our legends who have tragically passed away in several instances, it's not just Meek Mill, it's a lot of rappers because it's bigger than Meek Mill. This is about us as a Black community. We are the only community where our entertainers, our artists, literally disrespect our heroes and our legends in their music. Like this, like Meek Mill he's the latest, but he isn't the first. I remember years ago, Lil Wayne, who was another huge, one of the biggest rap stars in the history of the world, said, beat the cat up like Emmett Till. Are you serious? You're comparing a woman's private parts to the slang of Emmett Till. Now, maybe like you can be like, Jeff, you're being too critical. You're being too literal. No, but this is what they said. I didn't say this. I didn't go on track on a record and say this stuff. I wasn't the one who co-signed this, whether it's the record label. In this case, sounds like it was Lil Baby or some of his people, or maybe that's why they never put the track out. But I didn't say it. These people said it. Meek Mill is comparing a shootout with his gun to the tragic killing of Kobe Bryant and those passengers on that helicopter. Like, that was Meek Mill. But I mean, this is what happens when we prop up these rappers and these artists and give them this platform to be idiots and treat them like they're leaders of our community. Now, I know Meek Mill has done great things. I know he's done good things in the social justice department and all these other departments. But at the same time, this is buffoonery. Like, this is a minstrel show. This is stupid. This is how we kill our own community. Make it seem like it's okay or cool to take our legends and spit on their grave, essentially. Like, that's what this is to me. I don't know about you guys, but Kobe Bryant was someone that a lot of people around the world looked up to. And that's why Meek Mill's getting such a lashing on social media, because this ain't cool. This is not cool. Now, he has since tried to clean it up, but I think he's only made it worse. But before we get to Meek Mill's apology to her, well, it's not even an apology to her, and that's what makes it even worse. Because, there's instances where black men and black entertainers apologize, right? Like, they apologize for stuff that they probably shouldn't apologize for. They apologize because they're trying to save their money or whatever. But in this instance, Meek Mill owes Kobe Bryant and all of those families who tragically passed away on that helicopter crash back on January 26, 2020, an apology. Like, this is where you actually say, hey, man, I messed up. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I don't know what was going on over me. Say the drugs took over you. Say you was too high. Say whatever. But you got to come out and apologize for this, because you can't be let off the hook for something this stupid. To disrespect Kobe Bryant, his daughter, and those families who ultimately passed away on that day back on January 26th of 2020. It's just ridiculous. Now, I'm going to go through a thread. Shout out to Dr._Sweets23 on Twitter, because he put together a pretty good thread of this is who Meek Mill is, right? Like, this is what happens when we give our rappers and entertainers platforms to try to be leaders of our community. So this is Meek Mill. This is when he got into, and it's the thing, like, these rappers try to be so tough, man. They try to be so tough. So Meek Mill got into a shouting match. This is what this picture, his screen grab is from. Meek Mill got into a shouting match with a known snitch by the name of 6ix9ine. So 6ix9ine and Meek Mill were both surrounded by their own security, talking about how they're going to beat each other up. Right? Like, how are you going to threaten another man while y'all both surrounded by security? How y'all both going to call each other all kinds of names and insults or whatever, and y'all both surrounded by security? Y'all both surrounded by police. Like, none of that. Like, so nothing is absolutely going to happen. This was a screen grab from Meek Mill's Meek Mill's Instagram. And if you play the game of chess, you know this is so stupid, right? He says, play the game like a king. When we all know in the chess game, the point of chess is to protect the king, not to put the king on the front line so you can automatically lose the game. So that was pretty stupid. And this just shows you not to, I'm not here to bash on Meek Mill's intelligence, but we kind of have to. Maybe this can make a case for why he was dumb enough to put out that dumbass lyric about Kobe Bryant and the chopper, right? So maybe this helps his case more so than hurts it. And I'm going to get to his tweets, what he said after, which honestly only hurts it, makes him look even more unintelligent. But this is Meek Mill in a swimming pool with a bunch of McDonald's fries in between his legs, while his legs are inside the chlorine-filled water of a swimming pool. Once again, this is Meek Mill. Like, this is the guy that decided to put out a song about Kobe and disrespect Kobe and talk about how intelligent he is, but he looks really, really stupid. This is a group of other entertainers and rappers who always look dumbfounded when they seem to be shown listening to Meek Mill talk. Now, once again, this is the verse that I alluded to earlier. This is a verse from an unreleased song that will probably never be released, right? Because Meek Mill blatantly disrespected Kobe Bryant. He says, yeah, and if I ever lack, I'm going out with my chopper, it'll be another Kobe. Like, I can't believe he fixed his mouth to say something that is this disrespectful. I don't know about you guys. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you believe this is disrespectful? You don't got to say you believe it. We all know it's damn disrespectful. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous that this man would fix his mouth to say something. This is a bunch of other stuff, just like Meek Mill doing funny, dumb stuff. But yeah, like this is who, some people believe is a pillar in our community. Some people believe is a community leader. And what's so baffling about this Meek Mill business, this Meek Mill disrespect of Kobe Bryant, this Meek Mill just really looking like an idiot recently, right? Because remember, Meek Mill's the same guy who was all over the internet with wads of money, wads of cash, all of this money and stuff. And when he goes down to Atlanta with the young hustlers down in Atlanta who's selling water, don't get me wrong, I've been to Atlanta several times and I've seen the young guys. They are aggressive. I'm not going to act like they aren't. But they're trying to get off that water. They're trying to make a few dollars. And Meek Mill gave them $20. It was like 10 little boys out there. He gave them $20. He's not, while he's riding around in the Phantom, and records it and act like he's being a good citizen. Gives his 10 boys out there, or it looks like a group of kids, and he gives them $20 while he's riding around in this Phantom and records himself doing it as if he's doing the most charitable work in the world. Like, this is the same Meek Mill who, if I looked up Meek Mill money right now, these same kids done seen all of these images of Meek Mill with hundreds of thousands and maybe even $1 million in cash right in front of them. It's the same Meek Mill who's doing that. Gives them $20 to split. Also, Meek Mill is signed to MMG, which is Maybach Music Group, which is owned by Rick Ross. Now, Rick Ross has been on this media tour just promoting good health. He's promoting entrepreneurship. He's promoting owning land. He's promoting all of these great things within our community, all of these great things that a lot of black men and the black people should strive to do. All of these great things. He's been on I Am Athlete podcast. He's talked about his wrongdoings with like drugs that almost cost him his life, right? And how he's trying to get healthy, how he's getting healthy, how he's on the, it's a continued road, but he's traveling down it and he's making it happen. This is what Rick Ross is doing in his spare time. He's making sure to be on the right side of history. He's making sure that people know that, hey, when you own land, people will pay you to borrow your land. People will pay you to borrow your properties. People will pay you to rent your cars, your trucks, your house, whatever. But you got to have ownership or something. Rick Ross is out here teaching and preaching about ownership. And his protege, Meek Mill, only seems to know how to get in the news for doing clown stuff. Only seems how to get in the news for talking about Kobe Bryant in a disrespectful manner, talking about going out with his chopper like Kobe. Only seems to get in the news for arguing with guys like 6ix9ine, a known snitch within the industry. Only seems to get in the news for arguing with people on Clubhouse and getting in arguments with DJ academics and stuff like that. Like, that's what Meek Mill's being known for. Because the thing is, Meek Mill for a long time, was a beacon of the parole system and how it's so screwed up. The social justice system in America is so screwed up and so screwed towards African-American men, black men. We get the short end of the stick when it comes to the justice system. We get the short end of the stick when it comes to the parole system. And Meek Mill was like a beacon, a staple of that. He had teamed up with a few white dudes, Robert Kraft and some other people, and they were really fighting Kim Kardashian, and they were really fighting. They had the free Meek thing on Amazon Prime, and it all looked really well. Jay-Z was a part of it. Like, it looked really well. And since then, his image has only continued to tank. I don't know if his music is not selling enough. I don't know if he's trying to create some buzz or, get the internet talking or whatever. But he's working in reverse. He's working in reverse. He literally, this ain't it. This is not the way to get your name trending on Twitter. This is not the way to try to revive your career. Now, Meek Mill is a good artist. He's a really good artist. But this ain't it. Like, Meek has 10 million Twitter followers. He has probably another 20 million on Instagram. And instead of just putting out quality content, quality music, doing more with the social justice stuff, you decide to make a snippet about Kobe Bryant? You decide to disrespect Kobe, a legend, a beacon in our community? Kobe Bryant, who tragically lost his life? Tragically. At the age of 41, you decide to disrespect him? Are we serious right now? I can't fathom what was going on through his mind. He had to be off some drugs. And then the thing is, what makes it even worse is that it sounds like Lil Baby. Now, granted, they hadn't put this as an unreleased track. Somebody leaked it on the internet. I don't know if they're trying to sabotage Meek or whatever, but the fact that he recorded is his fault. Right. But the fact that Lil Baby or whoever else was a part of making this track, the beat maker, the producer, or whoever, allowed him to go on a track and say that and keep that recording. It was like, whoa, because, you hear that, I'm going to go out with my chopper like Kobe Bryant. Whoa, time the hell out. I'm in this booth. I'm like, time out, Meek. Whoa, what are you doing here? What's going on, boss? Oh, we can't think of another line. We can't think of something else that rhymes with Chopper and Sapa or whatever. But instead, we're gonna talk about Kobe Bryant. Are we sure this is the route we want to go? Like, are we sure about that? Are we positive that we want to do this? Oh, it's your career. I'm off the track. I ain't doing this. Now, here is what Meek Mill decided to say to try to defend himself, I guess. And it's a bunch of blaming. It's putting the blame on other people instead of taking onus for yourself. So this is about 8 hours ago after the leak track had gotten around and Twitter had done its thing or whatever. It says they're paying influence, y'all. They paying to influence y'all now. It's almost like mind control. Quote, wake up. Now, I don't know what the hell that means. They're paying to what? Okay. Now this is another one he put out once again after the track had been leaked. Somebody promo a narrative and y'all follow it. Y'all internet antics cannot stop me. Shit like Zombieland or something. LOL. Meek, I'm missing something, and that was before. So somebody promo a narrative and y'all follow it. Y'all internet antics cannot stop me. Shit like Zombieland or something. LOL. They pan to influence y'all. It's almost like mind control. Wake up. Now, unless I'm confused, unless I don't know what mind control is anymore, unless that definition has changed in the last 24 hours, I don't think that's what that is. Nobody is mind controlling anything. We're coming up with our own opinion after hearing your dumbass song about Kobe Bryant. That's what's happening. It ain't no media, no internet, no antics. It's your song. Unless you coming out and deny and say, hey, that was some, because you know they can do deep voices, deep covers, and all of that stuff. Hey, that wasn't me. Somebody has manipulated this song, and that's not me. That is fake. No, it wasn't none of that. It was, hey, they mind controlling y'all. Y'all need to wake up. No. We woke. We just know that ain't gonna fly in our community. We're not gonna disrespect our legends. We're not gonna act like that's okay. And so I'll be the first to say I'm standing on the ledge. I don't care if it's by myself, and I know it's not by myself, but I'm gonna say that ain't it, Meek. You need to usher. There's a lot of black men out here apologizing for stuff they don't need to apologize for. Meek Mill needs to apologize to the Kobe Bryant family and to all of those families that were involved for his disrespectful lyric. That's my thoughts on it. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Once again, I'm Jeff Lightsy Jr. with the Black Boss channel. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and leave your comments down below because we need Meek Mill to understand what he did was not cool. Once again, I'm Jeff Lightsy Jr.